Coming at you from the Steel City, you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, Pittsburgh's premier comedy podcast. Your weekly dose of humor, hosted by Chris Hopper and with a new special guest each week. And here's your host, Chris Hopper. Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poor Man's Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Along with me, as always, is the wonderful, is the beautiful, is the dashing, is Danny Kaufman. Danny, how are you this week?
I am lucky to be alive this week. I was bamboozled over the weekend.
Oh, no.
And I've never been so happy to be in Pittsburgh.
Oh, the victim of a bamboozle.
I was bamboozled by American Airlines.
I will definitely dive into that more because it sounded like you had quite a struggle in Dallas, right?
It was traumatic.
Struggle in Dallas, man.
Struggle in Dallas.
Debbie does Dallas too, basically. And behind the boards today, we have the wonderful, the beautiful Cheech. Cheech, how are you this week?
Fantastic, buddy. How are you?
Great. I like. I turned one of the lights in here around and gave you a little bit of lighting, but it's still dim.
I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a good thing you got the shades on
I
today.
need them today.
Yeah.
Baby. I need them.
Can you feel the heat?
Dude, I need to get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, perfect. And joining us as well, we have our guests tonight. We have comedian Ronnie Fleming. Ronnie, thank you for coming back on the show. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing so good. Thank you guys for having me for the second time. This is let's make it third. You know, a lot of pressure on me today, so let's see if I can go number 3.
Yeah, I think 3 might be the most guest appearances we've had. I think Jeff Fieldhouse has had 3, and I think he's the number one guest. Or not number one guest, but like the number one occurring guest. That's not like a recurring Pittsburgh foodie girl.
Right.
But yeah, thank you for stopping back on. It's always good to see you. Cheech, you want to hit the rundown? Ladies and gentlemen, the rundown. Cheech, who do you want it to be sponsored by this week?
Let's do shit.
Perfect. Love it. Sponsored by Oh Shit. Cheech. We have a good show tonight. I have a bunch of notes. Not that I normally write notes, but I started writing, and I guess I got caught up in the joy behind it. But we have guest Ronnie Fleming. We have beer of the week. I have crazy shit, which is like I forgot this happened, but it's like a crazy fucking story too. And I was worried like I might need something to talk about, and I thought of this. It's entertaining, to say the least.
I can't wait.
And then we have the new news with Danny Kaufman. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to Ronnie. Next week we have our 100th episode. So this is episode 99.
Wow. Congratulations.
And then the week after is our 2-year anniversary too. So we have some milestones coming up, I suppose.
Got some celebrating to do is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
Party.
Wait, how does that work?
So our 100th episode is next week. This is the 99th, obviously. We're standard counting. And
Metrics.
And so it just happens that the week after we started, April 12th was our first episode.
Okay.
So
Is there a leap year? I'm trying to do the math here. 52. Sorry.
we probably missed, like, I went on vacation or like
okay,
Christmas
cool.
or something like
Gotcha.
that. But that's still pretty consistent. That's still
It's great.
a couple. Yeah, probably like a vacation and Christmas.
Right.
But besides that, we've been pretty steady.
We've been on it.
Yeah. We have Terry Jones is coming back on, and we have Jeremy Tiroff. He's going to come on and talk to us about some of the beers for Bellevue, the Rhythm and Brews.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Shay. I forgot to introduce Shay. Shay.
How could you forget?
I know. Shay, are you here tonight, Shay?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Shay. I always like to ask her that because she feels like she's not here. You're not in a bad.
I'm good to go.
You're not in a bad mood, are you?
Yeah, fuck nah.
No, you sound down. You're sure you're okay?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. We have Terry Jones next week. Jeremy Tiroff, like I said, for that. Let's see. What else I have? Oh, our live show. Danny.
Yeah.
Shay's not here, but you do such a good job. So tell everybody about our live show.
I think I fucked it up last week, but we're going to try this again.
Why? How'd you fuck it up?
I think
I
that
thought it was
gave
beautiful.
everybody the same name for some reason. I don't know what was going on. I was delusional.
Eric Fieldhouse and Eric.
Yeah. So this is my redemption hour. Eric Nesby, Jeff Fieldhouse, Aaron Kleiber. We have our live show this Wednesday, and all those comics are going to be there here doing stand-up with us. We're going to play a game. Are we telling the game?
Yes,
Okay.
we can definitely do that. We're gonna do a live podcast. We're gonna have some stand up, and we're gonna interview the comedians kind of in between each set, and then we're gonna end with the classic game, Match Game. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah,
so
the old one,
excited.
and then brought back by Alec Baldwin as well. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna have the comedians in the podcast panel, and then I'll host the game with 2 lucky crowd members for prizes to be determined. So. You'll probably win
Hell
yourself
yeah.
a T-shirt at least. Shay's excited about it. I know
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited about it. Danny, we're up for Best of the Berg,
We
Best
are.
Podcast, so vote for us for that.
Yes.
We talked about Rhythm and Brews. Danny, you know what? I'm going to look at some of these notes that I have, and
Okay.
I'm interested to hear about your trip
Okay.
to Dallas.
All
Can you
right.
tell us about that? And I'm going to get this in order.
I'm still experiencing PTSD from this. So I was supposed to leave Dallas Friday night. My flight was delayed 4 times. By 11:30 p.m., they said, we tried to change the tires on this plane. We cannot do it. So you will not be leaving Dallas tonight. Stayed in a shady hotel, woke up the next day, changed our flight. We were supposed to leave at 12:50 p.m. I bought 3 $18 mimosas. I was living my best life. I was drunk. I was happy. Everything was well. I got into a plane. I was like, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh in 3 hours. Beautiful. 3 hours turned into 9 hours.
Fucking hell.
I could have flown to Europe in the time that I was on that motherfucking plane. So what happened was the wind here was really bad, so they couldn't land the plane. So they tried, they couldn't, they circled around forever. Turbulence, terrible. Flight attendants were vomiting on this plane.
Whoa.
Holy
This was traumatic. I sobered up very quickly. They landed the plane in Dallas. They had to refuel
Did you
the
just
plane.
call it Dallas?
Dallas?
Yes. Not Dallas.
Oh, that's a different place?
Yes.
Where's
it's in
Dallas?
it's in DC.
It's in Toxus?
Because I thought they took us back to Dallas. Like I was so confused. I was like, "What the
Shit.
fuck? Are we back here?"
Dallas
Like,
talks.
did he just turn around and say, "No, we're going back"?
Yeah.
So it's only an international airport. So
Oh, okay.
they don't do domestic flights, I guess. I don't know. This whole thing was very fucked up. I was on this plane for a very long time. They had to refuel the plane, which took forever. Apparently, there's one truck that refuels all the planes
wow.
in this airport. We waited
It's
for
one
that.
airport, Danny. Why would they need more than one truck?
I know, like
Come on, man.
Right. What sense does that make? Yeah.
crazy for me to assume. And then once it was fueled, we were back in the air, but they were like, kind of like, we don't know if we're going to be able to like land the plane because of the way the winds were. And I was like, please just crash this plane at this point. Like, I don't want to be on here any longer.
Yeah.
I've never been so hungry, so sad, so delusional in my entire life.
Fuck.
Terrible.
That sucks.
They're not
awful.
feeding you. They're not feeding you during this time, or like, I mean, what movies are you just like watching? Like, you know, it's like, oh, let's watch Godfather 3. And let's go back in time, 2 and 1, or like, what's going on?
No, I was watching my hopes
the
slowly
Future
go
3.
downward.
Yeah.
And they gave us like graham crackers, like the cookies that they give you on the flight.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, this is not going to do anything for
They
me.
didn't do anything extra?
No.
No free drink.
No.
No fucking.
No. It was horrible.
I'd
Like, I
write
wanna write a letter.
complaint. Yeah, I'd write a fucking complaint about that shit right
They
there.
let you keep the whole can of Coke instead of just pouring it into a little cup.
Exactly. You know they're getting 2-3 drinks out of that can, dude.
Absolutely.
With the
With
ice
the
they
ice,
put into
for
it.
sure.
Obviously.
They're
Get outta
They're
here.
getting 2.5 on average.
Get out of here.
At
per
least. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
But Danny,
traumatized.
we're definitely glad you're back and you're safe.
thank you.
Now, what I wanted to get to earlier, I couldn't read my handwriting. I said March Madness. And I was like, what? And I was like, why is Terry Jones with March Madness? And I always related back to him talking about Scar. He helped us with our least favorite character competition. Now, Ronnie, I don't know if you have seen, this was probably a year ago for March Madness or a little bit after March Madness. We did a poll that we've asked listeners and guests. Well, actually, we asked the guests to nominate their least favorite movie character, and then we had listeners vote on it. Is there somebody that sticks out to you as being particularly annoying?
Annoying.
Yeah,
Wow.
or like it doesn't have to be somebody who's the worst person ever. Like I hate Short Round, and Indiana Jones.
All right, so I watched Cocaine Bear
Okay.
last month.
I want to watch this.
And first off, the bear is incredible. All right.
Yeah.
My least favorite character is everybody else. It was just the worst. They're just trying to make me care about these other people. I'm like, give me more bear.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I care about this guy and his divorce. Who gives a shit? You know?
Yeah.
Get more fucking coke in this fucking bear's nostrils. You know?
Yeah, man. For sure. You're not listening. You're not watching the show for, divorced guy.
No.
Finding himself in the wilderness. Yeah, don't care about that. I'm not watching Cocaine Bear for that.
I want to eat that. I want to watch that bear eat a fucking kilo of cocaine.
Oh my god.
Just
Every time the bear came on screen, it was just incredible. You're just like, this is why we came. But they did the whole like Jaws thing of like, don't want to show too much of the bear, right?
Yeah,
So it's like, let's
Leaves
care
you
about this
wanting
melodrama for a little bit, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck about you. You know?
they stuffed
it makes
that
you resent
bear?
everybody.
Wait, what?
You know that bear is stuffed?
Is he really?
Yeah.
It's like a big.
Listen, you know
stuffed animal?
Jerry News or whatever on Instagram? Anybody know that?
No.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Sure, yeah.
It's like it's a pretty
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
I love Jerry
yeah.
News.
it's a pretty like
Jerry News.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
pretty legit, like, it's not, like, bullshit or whatever. Apparently, I saw I didn't read into it, but apparently, yeah, that bear is stuffed, and somehow it's, like, officiating a wedding.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
what?
Somehow, yeah,
why wouldn't
I
it
didn't read about
Dude,
it.
if you
but-
go, if you, we should all go to that wedding because if anything part of that movie is true, we could probably sniff a little bit and get fucking high.
Oh my god.
That guy's the best man. He's doing the wedding. He's supplying everything. He sounds like a good time. But anyway, I brought that up. Do we remember who won? It was who was in the final four? It was Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Was it
Oh
not?
wow.
It was Skylar White. It
Was
was
the grandpa? Was Grandpa?
Grandpa Joe won.
Yeah,
Grandpa
I was
Joe
gonna
won.
say.
Yeah, he was
that
a
makes
masterpiece.
sense.
I was thinking about this last night. Actually, did we have Shooter McGavin on this?
No, I don't think he
Dude,
did.
we should have.
Yeah?
I watched Happy Gilmore last night.
Oh.
But he's a fucking prick.
He
dude.
is a prick, but I like him. Like he's a good character. Like I like him.
He
He's
should've been
funny
on
in
there,
it.
dude. He
Where
should've been on there.
like Jenny is a piece of shit to me. I mean, and now looking back, I see she had
Shooter
a rough
is
out.
too, man.
Yeah,
He bought Grandma's
hard-
fucking house.
It's hard to hate
my
somebody in a
God.
comedy versus in a drama. I think.
no.
I don't
No,
know.
he bought Grandma's house.
This is serious. This is
Didn't he
serious.
make out with
problem here.
grandma too?
Huh?
Didn't he like make out with grandma too? Like in the delusion that he had?
In
or
the
with
delusion,
dream?
Oh,
yeah, but it would
yeah.
that, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
it still
that
happens.
counts. It counts. Yeah,
counts.
It was in Happy's like fucked up dream, like in his nightmare or whatever.
I get that, but I think that's like the inverse of the spirit because it's like somebody who's a dick in the movie who everybody agrees is bad, who is funny, like he will make you laugh.
I see what you're saying.
Versus
but I still,
this guy's in a
Shooter
supposed to
should-
be likable, but you're so annoying.
Shooter should have made it to the Elite Eight. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, well that's that's fair. We'll leave it to the voters, man.
At least.
Absolutely. But I was thinking about going to do another March Madness, although the month is almost over. I already have my list of things women love. Remember?
Oh.
Have I asked you?
No.
Okay. Well,
would
I'm
love for you to.
I don't have. It's on my phone, but I'm gonna do a breakdown. There's obviously like charcuterie, mimosas, brunch. I mean that
Bobby.
might be two different things. Warm socks, Danny.
Warm socks.
They love warm
Fuzzy
socks, man.
socks.
Are they
Is
the
that-
same or are
I
they
guess-
different?
I guess. it
Hey
could be
man,
the same.
maybe they'll be in the same wing of the bracket, man.
Okay. Okay.
They'll
That's
both
fair.
be facing off 1 versus 8 in the West.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
What
but
else?
I also have. I'm thinking we need to do the country guy one.
Ooh.
Tractors, man.
Bush Light.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
Yep.
Cold beer on a Sunday.
Their dog.
Yeah, their dog,
Yes.
absolutely. There's a bunch, man. I think we should come up with a couple of these, man. At least, if not yearly, maybe biannually.
Biannually.
Absolutely.
Our biannually,
Let's
our
do it.
biannual tournament, man.
Let's do it.
Right. Before we get into, you know what? Let's do our beer of the week, and then I want to talk to Ronnie about Ronnie stuff. That's why we have him on, not just to listen to us talk about March Madness.
If I get drunk, well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more.
I need a beer. I need a beer.
If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I have myself a beer.
I need a beer. I need a beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, beer of the week. This week we have from Petrucci Brothers in New Brighton. We have, let's see what's it called, Brothers Blood Orange India Pale Ale IPA. Cheech, you're drinking this week.
Fuck yeah.
We're back on the wagon.
Welcome
Or
back.
off the wagon.
Back off.
Yeah, back off the wagon. Yeah, I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
It's pretty fucking good, man. I'm a big fan. It makes me super psyched that it's from New Brighton too, because that's,
Yeah.
I can't. Where's the ABV on?
I don't think I was able to find it because I was going to say it and I couldn't. Oh, it's 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Shut the front
Give
door.
me shut the front door
Right.
there. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
A fucking good one.
Now I'm hoping that the video will load in time for Ronnie to see the ranking system. But Cheech, is there any video right now?
Yeah, no, it just the.
Just okay.
Just go to Danny. And
No, you're good.
it'll probably
Well, yeah,
catch up.
we'll go to
Every
Danny.
week, and I don't remember it.
Oh my god.
Cheech,
What?
from number 1 star to 4 stars, list them for Danny.
From number one.
Yeah, I like that I'm saying listing for Danny, like Ronnie knows.
So-
List them for Danny now.
I got
Yes, me.
The lowest.
It's the
one
Guy
star
Fieri flavor ranking system. So that's key to
Oh,
know.
it's back.
There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
back.
That's how you kill time for that to
Gangster
load.
out of bounds. Shut the front door and then Flavor 10.
Flavortown is actually the best, even
It's the
though
best,
if you watch
yeah.
it, it seems to be in descending order.
Okay, so
The novice.
You gotta know the meme.
gotta know the meme. They're all great.
So Danny, which one do you want to go with, or did you say?
I didn't.
Okay.
Honestly, I love blood orange flavored anything. So like, I really, really like this. I don't want to be a copycat, but I'm going shut the front door.
It's okay.
It's
Worth it. You're not a copycat. It's really good.
All right, Ronnie, I'll let you judge your beer. And anybody watching, this is just another reason to watch it. You get to see the picture of the can. You get to see us drinking it. And you get to see a nice picture of me at the brewery in front of some kind of beer contraption. So
love
killer
it.
biceps, dude.
thank you, man.
He's fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Fucking
That is a
jacked,
lucky.
guys.
That shirt is very tight, and I have the. Yeah. Yeah, that's all
Don't
that
be
is.
modest, dude.
Yeah.
No, this is nice, man. This is like a nice. So I was drinking. I was like, this seems like a nice thing to have on the beach, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on the can, there's this pig on a beach. You know, like, I'm the fucking pig. So I'm going Flavortown. Welcome to
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
You know what? I love the guests coming in and making a bold stand on
Bold
flavor.
move,
That's
dude.
back-to-back
Love it.
flavor towns.
Welcome to Flavortown.
Although I think Kate went gangster with the one last week. We had very different spectrums for
I
guests.
mean, it smelled really fucking bad. I didn't try it.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
We had a gluten-free beer on like he was a guest. We had a gluten-free beer we were trying, and because Dustin Dowling, who does our tech segment, can't have gluten, and it was not the best. But he thought it was great. He went gluten-free. He went Flavortown, and then Kate Hamilton came on after and
Yeah.
said it was disgusting trash.
Oh man.
But so we're gonna go there. But Ronnie, did you say? Oh, you said Flavortown.
Flavortown. A stinky beer, is it like a stinky cheese? It's like a specific
Nah,
kinda, like,
stinky cheese can smell good. This was stinky
Stinks
bad.
not the right way.
It was gross.
Do you guys?
Not
this
good.
is maybe an after the pod question, but do you guys ever are you nervous? Like like you feel the pressure to be like, this was great, everything was good.
No.
If it sucks, it sucks.
The only
Call it
reason,
like I see it.
I won't say that. I won't really say that. I mean, I will say that I don't like it. But
Yeah.
like, if it's a brewer, a local brewer that's putting out stuff, like I don't want to shit on their dreams. 'Cause they're
yeah.
probably a local guy doing the
Yeah,
best.
I'm not
they
gonna be
can.
like
Yeah.
a total
But
dick about it.
the ones I like. The ones I don't like, they don't get the same
Sure.
Same
fervor
Tell,
behind
people
it.
can
Yeah,
tell the
man.
passion.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. This one, I agree with Ronnie. I mean, a pig with an orange on a beach. What else says blood orange like that? But I'm going out of bounds, I think.
I mean, it is out of bounds.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah. It's an after. No, it's right on the cusp. I'm still going out of bounds because
Yeah.
I feel like there's some that I've ranked higher.
I could
an aftertaste
drink
kinda
the
thing.
shit out of this, man.
Well, it's not bad.
I'm a fan.
It's a nice local one. I actually got a couple other ones from them that we can try later too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this one's not bad at all. Thank you. I guess Petrucci Brothers. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. I was gonna say thank you to Cheech, but I don't know.
You're
fuck
welcome,
Cheech, man.
Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fuck
We
yeah.
should all thank Cheech.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cheech,
thank
thanks.
you.
Cheech,
Thank
thanks for
you.
being you, man. Yeah, round of applause. Oh shit. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. I have that crazy shit, but we're gonna talk to Ronnie, and we're gonna see how much time we have to see if that's even worth talking about.
I want to hear.
Now, before we talk to Ronnie too much about his stuff, we had Learn More on last week.
Oh shit.
And we have, or not last week, 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
we had Kate Hamilton on. I know they always get mixed up. We had Learn More on 2 weeks ago, which he just did the Apollo. How fucking cool is that,
Dude,
man?
he's incredible,
Crazy.
man. Yeah,
That's
he's,
so
he's,
cool.
He's blowing up.
He came on and we were like talking. We were like, "You doing anything coming up?" And he was like, "I have a show at the Apollo."
It's the vibe.
Yeah, like it was just like it was nothing. That's
Just
pretty
very
fucking
cash.
cool. He was really nice. But Cheech, play our the people coming on for the live show, the Kleiber promo thing.
This is Aaron Harold Kleiber.
Yo, what's up? This is Jeff Vierdas.
Hey, this is Eric Nesby, and you're now listening to the Poor Man's Podcast.
And you're listening to the Poor Man's Podcast.
You're watching the Poor Man's Podcast. What, you want the yuppie cast? Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
We want you to hear Learn More, so we want you to rate it. How you think he did. Not in comparison with them, just in general, as a voiceover guy. He puts a lot of passion into
Yes.
it, okay?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, from what I'm picking up here, it's like you couldn't understand him or anything.
No, you could understand it.
No,
No, you could understand. You can understand it. There's just passion behind it.
All right, so I'll tell you this. So we had the same photographer to do photos or anything, and the guy did a ton of art, for headshots and stuff. And I was like, so who was the best one? I was just joking around, and then he looked at me like dead in the eyes, like, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
And he just points. It was him. I was like, fucking Learn More. So I bet fucking Learn More knocked it out of the park. That's probably what happened.
He did well. I don't think anyone's heard it. Yeah, this is the first
yeah,
time anyone's
yeah,
heard it.
Oh
Danny.
yeah, this is like the debut.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
debut
it's
of our
so
new
good.
Poor Man's Podcast promo. Please play it.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Lenmore Janassi. You're listening to Poor Man's Podcast. Yeah. Let's do another one.
It's so
That's
good.
fucking great.
You live with him, right?
I do.
How do you
Nice.
think about that?
That's
Would you like us to
awesome.
send that to you?
No, I actually don't.
I
It's
hope
actually,
you think about that when you're laying in bed
I
tonight.
know. That's actually how he wakes me up every morning.
Fuck yes.
Good morning. The sun is rising, and he pulls down the blinds. I'm just like, Learn More, stop it. He's like, what? We did this in Zimbabwe. That is very funny. That's
Man, he crushed it.
Yeah.
That might be one of the best ones that we've ever had.
I got chills, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Like you're gonna be sick. Got a cold sweat. But Ronnie, do you have any shows coming up? I know you do a lot of stuff with Don't Tell Comedy. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I see pictures all over the place, and that's so cool and so interesting.
Man.
So
We do have some. I think we have one in April, at the end of April. But we've been doing. So this last weekend, we had Daniel Simonson. He was kind of our secret headliner.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Norwegian comic that's like at the Cellar, and he's done like Seth Meyers and Colbert.
Yeah.
And he came in and he fucking crushed it, man. It was so cool. Yeah. So we did a show at Los Sabrosos Dance Co. And it was like it's where people go to learn dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
So we kind of had like 54 people kind of packed in this room in there, and then we had about 100 on Saturday at Pittsburgh Fitness Project in Lawrenceville.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's kind of like a CrossFit type of gym.
Yeah.
And those shows fucking ruled, man.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing things on the Instagram, maybe it's because our Tim Scherer at Tasty Tim is like an incredible photographer. So he kind of makes it look really cool and stuff.
It is the way it's all put out. It looks really, really cool. How when you have a venue, do they kind of reach out to you? Do you reach out to what you think would be good for stand up or just a unique location? Like how does that?
Sometimes people reach out. Sometimes, a lot of times we'll do it at announcing at the end, like, hey, if you guys want us to perform in your backyard, in your basement, we'll do it, right? So sometimes, I'll get cards and stuff, but a lot of times it's just me kind of wandering around a neighborhood and kind of wandering in and be like, hey, you guys ever do events here? And it, it's kind of I was never good at sales, but this is very easy because it's the show's gonna be great. You know, no matter what. Like the crowds that come out to these shows are like awesome.
Yeah, it seems like they're always packed.
They're packed, but they're also just like the people that are like ready to buy tickets to a show. They don't know where it is or who's going to be there. They're like, cool, right?
So that's cool too for like getting returning people because it's completely different every time.
Totally.
Yeah.
We get a lot of return people, which is like feels good. We're like that's like super satisfying and stuff. And man, it's been awesome. I think these shows have been all pretty successful. So we've been excited for more shows and stuff and. Branching out into different neighborhoods, and now I'm getting to a point where like comics are reaching out to me like from like New York and stuff, and some people with like bigger followings. So it's like, all right. So luckily with SCAF, I have like a place for them to stay. You know, so it kind of works out.
How is there like a network? Because I've seen there's like Don't Tell, Kansas City or what? I don't know if Kansas City, but there's like a handful of different cities that have it.
It's all over, man. Yeah. So now it's like I think it's like in 70 different cities. Oh,
really?
And it's international now. So now there's one in Canada, there's one in London. So it just kind of started in LA and it just kind of like branched out, and it's like I got started because I knew the guy that ran the one in DC. So and then I was just like, then my friend Kevin was like, oh, he's moving out to Indianapolis, and I was like, I can make an intro for you. So. It's been cool, yeah.
Calvin might be, I think he was the first introduction I've had to Pittsburgh comedy because I came down here for the first time.
Oh, get out of here, yeah.
And he was running one of the mics down here at 565. I don't know if I said that yet today. We're 565 Live in Bellevue. But he was running the first mic, and he was so funny. And I think it was right before he moved.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my first introduction down here, and obviously it was a favorable one because I'm still down here. But yeah. It's those venues are so cool, and like it's like a boxing ring. You were just saying a gym. Is there a venue that you've liked the most so far?
Let me think. I mean, the boxing ring was sort of like, as far as just like ambition was like, I was like really cool. Let's do it in a boxing gym. I always wanted to do that, so that was cool. I'm trying to think, best one ever. I mean, no, we did an incredible one in the cigar shop. Okay. And there's a cigar shop in Lawrenceville, and they kind of like I walked in and like the lighting was incredible. They had a lot of just random shit on the wall. They know like professional wrestlers, so there's like pro wrestling belts on the thing.
Really?
That's
awesome.
That's
fucking tight.
Yeah, we should do a show here. And so we did one, and that was like I think we had like 60 people who could fit in this like weird little space. And like, it's always about like finding like the math of a room and kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
But
it's so cool seeing how like something you would never expect set up with lights and with a microphone, and it looks like a professional stage in a lot of places. Like the boxing ring looked like it was meant for comedy, and the shtick was it's a boxing ring kind of thing.
Yeah, man. No, it's and those guys at Northside Boxing, they were like super like into it, They were like totally on board, and I don't know, man. It's like it's a cool way for me because I'm not from Pittsburgh to like meet a bunch of like small businesses and just kind of like get the vibe of a city and stuff, and they've been it's been awesome. For sure.
So you're with Steel City Arts right now, right?
Yeah.
How are they? Are they building a new place, or did they just get a new place?
Yeah, they
did. I thought I saw that I thought Steve posted something with like a
Bus Studio.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
I was like, if I fuck this up. Yeah. Anyway, Sunken Bus Studio. So that's going to be a new venue that should be opening in June.
Yeah, it's weird because in Pittsburgh we're like, wait, which bus incident was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Not the bridge. That was the hole. Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah, one guy wanted to see some Super Bowls, and then everything else just kind of.
Yeah.
As a Ravens fan, it hurts me to say that. So.
But what were you saying? It's Sunken Bus Studios. It's going to be a big.
Yeah, so it's going to be like I think there's like they rented out. It's like so earlier this year they filmed a feature film at SCAF, Steel City Arts Foundation. And I believe the production company, and don't get me wrong if I said this wrong, I apologize, is going to be based out of that Sunken Bus studio space. So, like movies and stuff can be filmed there and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But it's going to be like a regular, and it's already passed like zoning and stuff. It's already a venue.
Yeah.
So, I think there's going to be just sort of like some construction and stuff going to be taking place, but summertime should be a new venue, and
that's
exciting,
crazy.
Man. New places, more places for comics to perform in Pittsburgh. I think is a total plus for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, and it's a good place. Like it's not going to be like half-assed.
Oh, not at all.
So like
not.
it's not going to be like a bad this is the first time I'm going out to see comedy, and you go to a shitty show that's run. Maybe it's not even the comedians; it's just run poorly.
Right.
And like that, you're like, oh, why would I come back to something like this?
Totally.
It's important to get everybody doing well makes it better for everybody.
Yeah, of course, all boats rise and all that.
Right. Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah.
We say any more cliches? Bird in the hand is worth 5 in the butt. I don't fucking know. Right?
Do you have any shows just for yourself coming up in what month is it? It's almost April now, I guess.
April.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on.
I was going to ask you, and I looked, and I just saw March stuff. So I will. I guess this could be.
I'm going to be at Cafe Conmigo this Friday.
Okay.
Great venue run by Chris Nackis runs that show.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be in Erie on this Saturday. Black Monk Brewery. And then I'm heading out to on the 13th. Sorry, on the 13th of April, we're gonna do this show called Weeding Out the Stoned. So it's this show in at Bottle Rocket.
Sounds like something Cheech might be down.
Oh, Cheech, you gotta check the show out, man. Yeah. So it's a show that we're gonna weed out the stone. I think Cheech is fucking high right now.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the idea. There's gonna be one person who's not, on. Everyone has medical marijuana cards for the show, I swear. And basically, one person will not be stoned for the show, and it's sort of like this fun kind of like who done it, but. Who I don't know.
Who's not stoned?
That's great.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a show like that. This comic out of Philly runs, but he's just sort of like he's touring with it, and I think Fieldhouse and I know Fieldhouse is on it. I think
that sounds right.
Yes, obviously like really good local comics are on the show.
That's strictly.
I'm stoned right now. I fucking forget everybody's name.
Yeah, that sounds like a. Where did you say that was?
Bottle Rocket.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's local. That sounds like a good time. Yeah. Absolutely. I was gonna ask. I don't know why I wrote this down. This was like the last question. I don't know why. It's so
Let's
dumb.
do it, man.
Comes back to being high. That's exactly what it was because it was. Nice. I wrote it earlier. Yeah, and I was like, I think Ronnie would be down with this. And it's so fucking dumb. I thought of this movie. Well, I thought of the name of the movie first, called Checkmate.
Okay.
But it's spelled like Czech Republic.
Like Slovakia? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is now, man.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes place in current day, and then I put in parentheses or 2016. Like it's basically the same thing, right? If I said it would take place in 2016, I don't know. That seemed to make sense at the time. I'm glad I'm using this platform to tell you about my eyes story.
Are you asking me to be your writing partner right now?
Oh yeah, man. I'm just riffing.
I got one question. Is this crazy shit?
What? No. Okay. No, it's not.
I was gonna say that.
And then awesome. I put it's a buddy movie with a chess wizard, like Bobby Fischer meets Kevin Hart. So I don't know. Checkmate.
I'm in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need a guy to play check guy.
What's the premise of the movie? What happens?
It's just a buddy chess movie, man.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. No, let's do it.
That's
Hell yeah.
That's the real that'll get 3
Great
likes.
storyline.
Oh, yeah, that's garbage.
Can I tell you about a movie idea I have?
Yes, please.
Okay. Get that ready because Well, speaking of learn more, every time he's like, This sounds terrible. So here's this movie. Okay.
That'll be a drop for us forever, just so you know.
Okay.
Ronnie's like, this is
so okay. So it's about a couple. They're a married couple, right? And they have an affair. They're having affairs at the exact same time. Have you ever seen any of the Freaky Friday movies? Typically, what happens is they will be peeing in the same fountain and they'll change bodies or something like that.
How else could it happen, Ronnie?
Exactly. Right? Yeah. So they're having an affair. They're actually in the middle of having an affair, and then they switch bodies. So now it's
a different fluid.
It's a different fluid. And the twist in this movie is they never switch back.
Oh,
I love it.
I do like that actually.
It's called The Strange Change.
I like it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll work that. Maybe they could be from Czech Republic or something.
And they're chess masters, by the way.
Okay. Oh, well, that changes everything. Now it sounds pretty good. Ronnie, is there where can anybody who wants to find you
find me all on all platforms at Ron_Flem. If you're on TikTok, please follow me. I started this new thing called Write a Joke About. 365 days of jokes, and basically people comment, and I will write a joke the next day about whatever they say.
Perfect.
So everyone's been fucking with me lately, and they wrote today. They were like, write a joke about your mom's massive cannons. So, nice. Fucking whatever, dude. So I did write my joke. So my mom has massive cannons. She's a Civil War reenactor. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm on the wrong page, man. I wasn't expecting
Damn it.
Yeah, it's delayed.
Just
Yeah, you
a
got to
shame.
giddy up, man.
Man.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
But no. We'll edit that. We'll throw that in. But before we do news, I think I do have 2 minutes to just say this fucking story. So I used to work with this guy, and I won't say his name because you'll find out for the story. It's not good. There's murder. Yeah, that got you, Cheech.
Do I
now
know
I have
him?
your attention? No,
okay.
I don't think so.
Casual drop.
So anyway, I was friends with this guy, and he was like a writer. He lived in L.A. and came back here. I think he was originally from this area, moved there, and then came back. But he was writing. I remember he was telling me his like big pitch was like, do you remember the movie Osmosis Jones with like Will Smith or something? It was like half. Maybe it wasn't Will Smith. It doesn't matter.
It was Chris Rock.
It was Chris Rock.
Bill
Okay.
Murray, yeah.
And okay. But half of it was like humans and half of it was
Yeah.
cartoon. So his whole thing was like that, but instead of like medicine, it was weed.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was going to do, that was him. And he was writing a screenplay about that and stuff. And I talked to him a little bit, and he was talking to me about the podcast because I used to do it like a couple years ago. And then before I got back into it, I was talking to him, and he was like telling me some advice about doing it. And then he just stopped. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I started doing the podcast again after lockdown. I guess it was 2021, and I like texted him. I was like, hey, you should listen to this. Like, I actually have some like production, and I'm actually like giving it a try. And nothing. And then I was like, that's so weird. And then just randomly, I saw that like he never opened the message. This was like months later, and I was like, I wonder. I'll just search him. So it was like musician, whatever, and it showed his picture, and I was like, what the fuck? So apparently he moved out west with his wife and then murdered her. Whoa. And then killed himself and never got back to me.
Opened your message.
Holy shit, guys.
Yeah,
So what you're trying to say is this movie idea is still on the table.
it's wide open, and if you want him to be a chess master, Ronnie, I just need to wet my beak a little bit.
What if, okay, this is fucked up. What if right before he murdered his wife, he switched bodies?
It was the bullet that time. The blood was the fluid. All right, nice. Danny, you want to do some news? That went faster.
I
than
would
I
love to. Survive. So happy to be alive so I can do this tonight. This is so exciting.
Hey, man.
Us too.
Thank you.
You have, oh, never mind. I misspoke. I thought all your index cards were the same color today.
Oh, never.
Yeah, okay,
never.
good.
We need different colors for my favorite one, which is at the end. So apparently they have locks of Beethoven's hair, which I think is insane.
The dog or the pianist?
It's the dog.
Okay. I'm out.
They're analyzing the dog's hair to understand like how he died. So apparently Beethoven died at 56. So they're analyzing his hair to see like what caused his like hearing loss. Apparently he had some digestive issues, bouts of jaundice. Like this man was not well. But I find it crazy that they can figure that out from his hair and they like still have it. The dog, of course.
Yeah, right. I've seen it.
I feel like it's weird that they can still find that shit out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so weird that they have his hair, I guess.
Yeah.
For some reason, that doesn't that's
She
not the one.
keeps locks of hair under his bed, like in a fish tackle box.
Yeah, don't look under the bed.
He just got all classic composers' hair. He just
Do you have a collection?
I have yours too.
Oh my god, that's fucking crazy.
No, not that hair, Ronnie.
Jeez, you got that? You got that good Brahms?
What happened on the last episode, guys?
I wasn't here.
Why did you stop drinking?
Just kidding. Yeah.
It makes sense.
I just find it weird that you can still find that shit out,
Yeah.
after this long. Yeah.
I remember I did like a DNA class. It was like a criminal justice class, and it showed, and like to get the DNA from the hair, it couldn't be from just like a strand. Like you had to have like the pulp from your head to get that.
wow.
It's strange that they can even just get that unless they had Beethoven pulp.
Beethoven and Dulles, Texas.
Guys, it's 2 different places. I swear, I was there.
Where is Dulles in your fever dream, by the way? Yeah.
Honestly,
It's in
I'm not
Texas.
completely unconvinced that I wasn't in a fever
She was
dream.
she was just tripping on acid, and she just said, "You're in Dulles."
She really only had one flight.
Yeah.
It was just it
was a flight of mimosas.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
It's just like that Skinner song,
Yeah.
Literally, listen, anything can happen at a TGI Fridays. That's all I'm saying.
No fucking doubt, dude.
Yeah, that should be on a T-shirt at the boardwalk for sure.
Should be a T-shirt at TGI Fridays.
Literally, it would draw business in.
That's who's sponsoring the episode, by the way.
Yes, TGI Fridays.
It is kind of nuts though. It's like, I mean, I don't know. There's all these like cold cases and stuff, and it's like you've got like hair follicles of like who murdered your daughter or whatever, and it's like, well, let's just see if this guy's got indigestion. Who gives a shit?
Literally.
Right,
Literally.
totally.
What's number 2?
Okay,
We'll
so
do
number 2.
That's weird though. How long ago did he die?
Oh God, I don't know.
Like
I
it
didn't
could have
actually
been.
write that
I feel
down.
like everything feels like it used to be forever when I was like younger, and now I'm like 1800s was not even long ago. Like that was like
Yeah.
1800. I don't know.
1827.
Okay.
Oh wow.
27.
It is,
Man.
I mean,
it's like 200 years
impressive
almost. Yeah.
that they can find that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
like,
it's a pretty long fucking time.
Yeah.
Just to keep it, just in case. I had a little bow on it too. It was very cute.
I don't know why I assumed it did.
A bow?
Yeah, I just pictured it
I
to be
feel
in like a glass case, a squared
It's
rectangular
braided.
one.
It's I see it being a lock this long braided with the original bow in it.
See, I was imagining it was just in Tupperware.
It's in a plastic bag inside of a shoebox underneath
Some
the
Scotch tape that got stuck, and there's like some tinsel from Christmas in it, and some Easter grass, and then Beethoven hair.
It's just a rubber band holding it all together.
Hey, let's check this out.
There's a lot of ways to hold hair. We agree. Danny, let's go to number 2.
We're all
right.
projecting.
So Finland was crowned the world's happiest country for the 6th year in a row.
Fuck yeah.
So they're the happiest country,
Finland?
Finland. So I'm assuming, you know, obviously like we wouldn't win.
Yeah.
But they're offering free trips to teach visitors to be happy.
Wow.
Oh.
So
That seems like a
it.
surefire way to not be happy long. Like, come on in. It just we'll show you how to be happy. Like
Sounds
I feel
like
like,
it- sounds
people
like
are
a-
gonna go in and just
Sounds like a fucking cult.
I was gonna say it's a
Fuck
little
Finland.
It's a little culty. So if you do go, they're like offering these classes, okay? Which I found like so interesting. Nature and lifestyle,
okay.
health and balance,
Okay.
design and everyday, food and well-being. Those are the classes they're teaching you to be happy.
I'll
What
teach
is
a
every day?
I don't know.
Every day
Health and
covers everything.
balance.
I'll teach a fucking class on how to be a miserable yinzer. Show those Finns.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
assholes.
Tell him, man.
It's great marketing, though. And just be like, we're the opposite of Finland.
Fuck yeah, man. Right, the most miserable city in the world 6 years in a row. You fucking pricks. Top that.
Finland.
Finland.
I feel like Finland's super cold. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it's
like
definitely-
northern
it's
Europe,
gotta
man.
be
So-
sick.
Yeah, it's one of
gotta
like
be
the
super
Viking
cool.
countries.
Yeah.
Maybe not that one. Iceland and all
I
that
imagine
stuff.
them still having like
Gunnerstall.
huts, you know, not like
Huts?
huts,
Oh.
like straw huts, like from the Viking times.
That's
Not
probably
huts,
word.
but like buildings or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not true, but that's how I imagine it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the key to happiness, man.
yeah, fuck yeah.
It's the hot.
Maybe it is.
Can't out happy the hut. There you go. There we go. Let's end on that one, man. That's stupid.
I want to make like broad generalizations, but I don't know enough about Finland.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I think Peter Forsberg's from there, is he? Cheech, you got a computer. Let's justify it this week. See where Peter Forsberg's from.
We did justify it. I looked up when Beethoven died.
Can you see if they live in huts in Finland?
See if
How do you spell his last name?
He might be from F-O-R-S Forsberg.
Who is it?
Peter Forsberg. Although he might not have the E. It might be the P-E-T-R.
Swedish.
Swedish. Same thing.
And yes, I'll look up if people still live in huts.
He's from Finland, man. Is Jarkko Ruutu? Remember him?
Ruutu is hard, dude.
Do you remember him?
Fucking Jarkko Ruutu.
Cheech, look up what hockey players from Finland, and Danny, tell us the third story.
All right, this one's my favorite. 2 men escaped from jail by using a toothbrush. And where did they go? To an IHOP.
Oh, yeah, and then they got caught there, didn't they?
They did. They got caught at the
what
IHOP.
Fucking idiots. Who goes to a fucking IHOP?
They
go hide, dude.
7 miles to go to this IHOP.
Wait, that was the reason for the trip was IHOP?
Yes.
Going out and stuff.
They're like, I don't care if I get caught and go back. I just can't miss out on them pancakes. Fuck out of here, dude. You get silver dollars every Friday.
You know they ran that bill up as much as they could have. They know they're going back to jail, so let's get everything.
Did they have cash on them, or did they just like dine and dash? It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, did they get caught in IHOP?
They did.
Yeah.
They got caught in the IHOP.
Where
did
was
they
this?
eat?
Was it in dollars?
Actually, yes.
Oh. Right outside the Dollars Pen.
I actually waved to them from my plane window.
Like,
bring me food.
Yeah,
It was
pancakes.
Yeah. It was an international flight, international house of pancakes. There we go. That's awesome, though.
Best I can do is a graham cracker.
Here's the thing, it's important to have a dream.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you got a toothbrush, and they're just like, this is going to take us to fucking IHOP,
I like that.
Waffle House, fuck no,
If I mean, they set the bar to a standard that they could attain.
Yeah.
Which is, even escaping jail is incredible. And then they're like, you know what? We're
wild.
cool, man.
That's wild.
I would assume you work up quite an appetite.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're chiseling away there.
So it just says they used a toothbrush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they pick away, or did they like stab 4 guards in the neck with a toothbrush?
Yeah, exactly.
There's like a big range.
Questions than answers.
They've been chiseling a hole for 15 years to get pancakes, dude.
IHOP.
Just think about those sausages, man.
I need that fucking bacon.
Where's that movie,
Yeah, really.
Hey, Oli Mata is Finn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so is I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Kasperi
Kapanen.
Yeah, he's Finnish. There's a bunch of other no names. Well, not no names, but nobody that really.
Yeah, just Finns.
Yeah,
not important.
Do they live in huts?
But
Do they
Oli
live in
Mata
huts?
is fucking sick,
Yeah. He literally is. Didn't he have to retire because he had like cancer? Or maybe he had like something.
Remember.
Like he had some kind of health thing. Or not retire, but he had to like miss some time.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Cheats, you could dive into that off the air.
But yeah.
Yeah, save that for off the air research, man. we'll dive back into Oli Mata. But I'm glad we at least got to find somebody. Danny, you know what?
Yes.
Before we wrap this up, I did Danny's podcast this week.
You did.
And it was a blast. And it was very cool to see the sign and
Thank
the
you.
lights and everything.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, producer Larry for you just walked in.
Producer Larry is here.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing the live show with us on Wednesday. So you have to stop by. Danny, tell everybody where they can find Damn It Danny.
At Damn It Danny Podcast, 2 M's and 2 I's. We like to make it confusing. Or look me up at Danny Kaufman on Instagram or Facebook. It was a really fun episode.
Yeah, it went by super fast, which is usually a good sign.
It did. It was a good time. And I'm so excited for Wednesday. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, I am too. That's going to be definitely a very, very good time. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on the list. I've had this Everything Everywhere All at Once movie on the rundown for like 7 weeks, and we just haven't talked about it. So I think I'm just going to not talk about it again.
Sick.
I think
Let's see how long we
I
can
think that's fair. That's another movie I haven't seen.
Dude, I have a bunch of stuff from, do you remember, oh wow, that's a bunch of old like mall pictures. There's a picture of the Disney store. Do you remember the Warner Brothers store?
Oh yeah, tight.
No.
Fuck yeah.
That was a thing?
I remember that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have nothing else. We'll do this for 1 second. Just let me bring this picture up so you can see it. Actually, it's going to take 20 minutes for the fucking Warner Brothers store. But yeah, it had like Batman, Looney Tunes and shit.
Yeah. Animaniacs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All that. But the one that I just brought up, it'll come up on the video in probably an hour and a half. It's the Warner Brothers store. But in the back of the Warner Brothers store, there was this, like, especially, at least in the one in Monroeville Mall, had, like, this rocket ship. Marvin the Martian had this rocket ship.
Fuck
and
yes.
you would go, do you remember?
I just love Marvin. Yeah.
So anyway, you crawl into this thing. It's like this tube. It's so cool. And you go and there's like a screen there. But they had like all kinds of interactive shit. They had like touchscreen painting before. That was like the first interaction I had with that. But yeah, it was a bunch of old mall things. And then I have stuff about Jersey Devils, but we're not going to touch on all of that. But Ronnie, one more time for everybody. Can you tell everybody, you said at Ron and Flem _
if you're trying to like find shows, go to RonnieFleming.com. If you're just trying to follow me, I live at, I'm just kidding. You can follow me at Ron_Flem on all the platforms. Once again, TikTok, if you want me to write a joke about your mom's Hooters, I'll do it and try to find a way to make it funny. But yeah, at Ron_Flem, all the platforms. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheech was just looking for someone for that. He was on Fiverr, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what Ronnie has to say. Cheech, it's wonderful to hear your laugh and see your smiling face as always.
Oh, thanks, Boo.
Cheech, it's been wonderful.
As always.
Ronnie, it's been wonderful to talk to you again. Thank you for coming back on.
Yeah, man, this is a blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
And Danny, thank you, as always. I'm excited to be up on the stage with you on Wednesday. So anybody listening or watching, please stop by on Wednesday if it's still time before you hear this.
Come hang out with us.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time with Aaron and Aaron and Aaron and Eric and Eric and Aaron.
Aaron.
All the people.
Somewhere. But for Ronnie, for Danny, for Cheech, I'm Chris.
All I'm going to say is I'm so happy that I was allowed to be part of your day.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We hope you had a good time. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the show to catch the latest episodes and share with your friends. We can't promise not to embarrass you. And if you just can't get enough, follow us on Instagram at Poor Man's Podcast 412, Twitter at Poor Man's Pod 412, and Facebook. This is Pittsburgh's own Poor Man's Podcast signing off. See you next week.
In my opinion, that sucked.
Woo! Woo!
Poor Man's Podcast, the best podcast in Pittsburgh.